Is Peter Gregory Obi confused, or is this a type of Tinubu master strategies? Confusion or Tinubu type of master strategy? All Obedients need to be able to answer this question. You too, Peter Obi, you must answer this question. Are you confused, or you have one type of Tinubu's master strategy off your sleeve that we don't know about? If not, how do you explain this? Yesterday, at the African Democratic Congress National Convention, organized by the David Mark-led NWC or David Mark-led ADC, even though that convention was held against court order, we still wait to know what kind of outcome or effect that will have. But then at the convention, journalists asked Peter Obi several questions. But on one particular question, his answer got me confused and scratching my head. Peter Obi was asked, if you don't get the ticket during or after the primaries of ADC, will you support whoever wins or will you leave? Peter Obi could have answered a simple yes. But no, he didn't give a simple yes. He gave a more complex answer. What was the answer? The process has to be free and fair. The process has to be free and fair. It must not be transactional. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And when he was saying it, I was scratching my head. It must not be transactional. Okay, what does that even mean? That is, you mean the voters should not be given dollars? Atiku, Amechi, Kwankwanso, they should not buy votes? They should come and just level playing field? Is that what you mean? That it should not be transactional? In fact, that now reminded me the same thing he said when he went to Arise News on that interview with Charles Anyagolu. Listen, we all need to solve this together once and for all. We need to know if Peter Obi is confused or he has one kind of Tinubu type master strategy, off his sleeve that we don't know. In that interview with Charles, he was asked the same question, and his answer was the same. And the process has to be free and fair. The process has to be free and fair. The process is very important. It cannot be transactional politics. Again, that is to say, they must not buy votes. The process must be clean. Here's why I'm confused. He was told that people are accusing him of being a serial political party jumper. In fact, they call him political prostitute. Charles asked him this question on Arise Primetime. And he said, if he has to jump 20 times, he will do it. Because he wants Nigeria to be free and fair. Now, Peter Obi, here's where I am confused. And I'm thinking and asking myself, are you confused or is this strategy? How can you at this time, you know that it's only 4 days to go before you cannot leave ADC again? You know. And then you are saying the process has to be free and fair. It must not be transactional. Seriously? So you are seriously thinking that an Atiku will not pay anybody to vote for him? Atiku will not go buy votes. Atiku will not go share dollar. Really? Is that your expectation? Because in that same interview with Charles, you insinuated that, them Atiku, them El-Rufai, them Alami, they have changed. That's what you said in that interview. And that now they have come to realize that they must make sacrifice for Nigeria to move forward. That was what you said. And the way you said it as if you know Atiku very well, you know Amechi very well, you know Kwankwanso, you know Tambuwal, you know Malami, you know them very well. El-Rufai, you sounded like, yes, they have really changed. They have come to realize that they need to be born again. They need to sacrifice for Nigeria to move forward. That was what you said. Are you now suggesting that an Atiku will not pay for votes? He will not share dollars to get the ticket? Why do you think that an Atiku is forcing a David Mark as chairman of ADC? Why? Why? Now, if you know, because the way you sounded in that national convention, will I call it interview now or presser? It's like you are beginning to see that the way the PDP primaries was transactional in 2022, that same way it will be transactional in a few weeks' time in the ADC. Why? Because Atiku is involved. If you have not watched Atiku's interview, Peter Obi, go and watch it. He made it clear to you. He made it clear to the obedient. He made it clear to anybody who had any doubt. This was his last attempt. He'll be 80 very soon. This was his last attempt, and he was giving it his all. No stones left unturned. If Atiku was really a changed man, he understands that he needs to make sacrifice. Like you claimed, Peter Obi, in that interview with Charles, Atiku will not bother to contest. But he has made it clear. Before, it has been through tweets, through his aide. But in that interview with Charles on Primetime, on Arise, he said it clearly. He is contesting. How do you think that an Atiku will participate in an ADC primaries and he not go share dollars? How? So if you know, you are seeing signs that he's going to share dollars, what are you still doing there? When you know that in 4 days' time, your window of opportunity to leave to another party will be closed forever. You know. What are you still doing there? That's why I'm asking. Because you know, you guys are the politicians or the political actors. Because I don't consider you a politician. You are an administrator, a fantastic one. What Nigeria needs. You guys are the ones who have all the privileged information. So, people like us may actually not know. That's what I'm asking. Is it that you are confused about the intention of Atiku? You think Atiku will not spend dollar? Or you are confused that you are beginning to see signs that Atiku will share dollars during ADC primaries? You are confused, you don't know how to leave to another party? If you are confused, I beg, make una help me wozam small, make it come back to his senses. The window of opportunity is closing. You have 4 days to go before it is too late. 4 days. Atiku is not going to play fair with you. Atiku is not going to allow level playing field. Atiku is putting his minions. Atiku is putting his henchmen. Atiku is putting his loyalists to mount critical positions in the African Democratic Congress because he wants ticket. I have said it. A free and fair primaries in the ADC cannot involve any candidates from the north. In fact, must not only be zoned to the south, it must be micro-zoned to the southeast. And this is not a question of just give it to Obi. No. Bring as many candidates as you can from the southeast, but you must zone it to the southeast. African Democratic Congress. If indeed you are for equity and fairness and you have the interest of Nigeria at heart. Peter Obi, snap out of this illusion that you are in, this wonderland that you are in. Atiku has not become born again. They have not changed. The leopard cannot change their skin. The guy is going to share dollar. He's going to buy votes. and there are many people that he has made to register in that ADC that will collect his money and vote him. The big wigs that you are trusting in, the likes of them Tambuwal, the likes of them Kwankwan, so then they will queue behind Atiku. It go shock you. I just don't want it to shock you when it is already too late. So snap out of it. The primaries of ADC is going to be transactional. If you're not okay with it, the time to leave is now.